This is Mr. Fun Size Marco Stunt, and you're listening to Wrestling Cheers.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You want to go where you can see that troubles are all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name. You want to go where you can see that troubles are all the same. You want to go where everybody knows your name.
And welcome back to Wrestling Cheers, where everybody knows your name, especially when you're live at the Odeon. This is Wrestling Cheers. We like to talk about the things going on in the Northeast Ohio independent wrestling scene. We preview shows, we review shows, and sometimes we even have interviews along the way. This is a review episode for AIW's Bobblehead Night. I am your host of Wrestling Cheers. I am Justin Summers, and Wrestling Cheers is brought to you by Trending Topics Network and Midwest Territory. Please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to this fine podcast, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Podbean, WrestlingCheers.podbean.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Facebook.com/WrestlingCheers, Twitter.com/WrestlingCheers, and Instagram.com/WrestlingCheers. Email, if you so choose to desire, WrestlingCheers@gmail.com, and we have the merch store over at whatamaneuver.net. Like I said, we will be reviewing Bobblehead Night from AIW. And of course, got to have a panelist on this week. It's not going to be just me and this person like it was last week. But speaking of Pat from last week, we have Ed from Pod Van Dam.
Hey, Pat's actually not from last week. Our podcast is called Pod Van Dam. I don't know what this last week podcast you're talking about is.
Well, he was on last week's episode.
Oh, because this isn't recorded. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Because it was yesterday, but in this land.
Yeah, and in the future, that's already aired, and your episode with John Thorne aired earlier this week. So how was that?
It was really great. I appreciate him for not hitting me.
I hope he hits you now.
Oh no, man! I've already got hit last week.
And we also have Stacy from Super Fantastic.
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's been a while since you've been on.
Yeah, weeks at least.
I think I've thought about it in my head. It's been around a month. So
that's a good break. I needed it. I was on a lot.
Yeah, even a little peek behind the curtain 2 weeks ago, you mentioned about coming on. I think it was going to be you and I forget who, Rick. And I was like, I'm actually going to give you some weeks off because I know you're just there's so many times for episodes I have to come to you and you're like I really don't want to be on, but
yeah, I just wanted to make sure somebody plugged UXWA. Rick was there. He was able to do it.
So how was UXWA, which would now be almost 2 weeks ago for both of you because you were both.
How was the show? That show was awesome.
Yeah,
the show was great.
How was commentary?
Not. I don't feel like I hurt Stacy's feelings when I say that. We're both pretty self-aware, right?
Yeah. No, we know. It'll get better. I mean, it got better as we did it. I thought. I don't know.
It's a rough start, and then it gets there.
Yeah. I mean, neither of us had ever done commentary before, so
I forget.
New respect though for every commentator to ever do that. I think Michael Cole is amazing now. I think Michael Cole's the most talented performer in the WWE.
Yeah, I have complained about a bunch of people doing shit that I had no business complaining about.
Hell yeah, man. You're never going to see me talk shit about wrestling announcers on Twitter.com ever again. Ever. They're all great. They're all so good.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Because I listen to so many podcasts, wasn't it on Pod Van Dam you guys said that nobody ever goes back to someone's first commentary gig and criticizes it because obviously everybody's going to start off somewhere and nobody's batting 1,000 out the gate.
Yeah, that's what I told Justin on the last episode is that no one's ever walked into it and done it commentary for the first time and they've been wow, nailed it. It's never happened. So I knew going into it, this is going to be pretty rough, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's done now.
Yeah.
So you can't go back. But I don't know. It was definitely not like we did not break the trend of first times knocking it out of the park. Yeah, we didn't do that. It's it's our first commentary.
I'm gonna go back and watch it when it comes out and hate myself and take some notes and learn from that, and then get a Chick-fil-A sandwich and cheer myself up.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna have a lot of notes.
It was so hard. It was.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we're like if we are not like, because I know both of us have said it like on Twitter too. Like it is much more difficult than I thought. We're not just like selling it. Like it's not as easy. Like the fact that I now appreciate how good Carson got as quick as he did.
Right? It's amazing.
Yeah, unreal.
So you guys looking forward to November and doing it again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be at that show. I'm about good 90% sure I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm excited to do it again. Like I think we found our roles about halfway through it, and then it started to build on that, and that's.
Yeah, I think we also both know the things we need to go over before the show now. Yeah. Where like this time we were both like, this seems like what we should go over before the show.
Yeah, but now we know.
Yeah.
There were some things that happened. Like I didn't even think to ask anybody about that. Like.
Yeah.
All right.
Where were you, Summers?
I was in Akron.
That's a good question.
I was in. I talked about it on that last week's or 2 weeks ago's episode. I was in Akron. There was a show there that I tend to go to.
No, I get it. I like Akron.
No, Akron's fine.
Mm-hmm. But knowing when the next show is going to be for UXWA, it's not conflicting with anything, so should be there.
And November 30th, I believe.
I believe so, because it's the same day after, not the same day after, it's the day after Hell on Earth, which will feature Kevin Nash. Any conversations on Kevin Nash? No, I'm kidding. We're not going to get into that. Let's get into this show. Let's get into Bobblehead Night. First off, Stacy, you're not really a big meet and greet guy, but you're not really either, are you, Ed?
No.
So I'm the only one that met D'Lo.
Yeah, he didn't have the European title. That's what I said. If he had the European title there, I would have definitely.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I bought a figure and got it signed, so that was something.
Yeah, for me, it's got to be like somebody I cared about when I was a kid.
A scary skeleton.
D'Lo's
man.
cool. Scary skeleton man. Yeah. D'Lo's cool. He was hanging out at the bar after.
Oh, fucking was he?
Yeah. But yeah, no, I didn't do any meet and greets. No Brit Baker meet and greet. No D'Lo.
Stacy, probably just between me and you, what'd you think about the pin?
I think the pin's cool. He did a great job again. Pollyanna DIY, man, makes good pins.
Oh fuck yeah! I seem to have like so many because so many wrestlers go to him, which it's great. I think he does great work, and just that a bobblehead kind of style pin or however you want to describe it, that's fucking great.
Yeah, it's cool. It's the little bobblehead action, the way he made it work is cool, and it feels like it's not going to break very easy.
Mm-hmm.
So usually with things like that on pins, that's like the main thing is like, how durable is it going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Like I have like a Texas chainsaw pin that is like the scene when he slams that metal door shut after he hits the guy with the sledgehammer.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And that sliding mechanism on it broke after like a week and a half. So
wow.
But this feels more durable than that. So good job.
Hell yeah. Support Pollyanna DIY. He's doing a lot of great stuff, and I'm looking forward to the Halloween Danhausen pin.
Yeah, I just saw that. That looks really good.
All right, let's get into this show, and we started off with an unannounced match, a pre-show match, which doesn't happen often in AIW. I can't even think of the last time there was a pre-show match. No.
Yeah.
Technically,
I don't know that
Akron.
I've never seen it.
We had
The
pre-show
Akron shows.
Yeah, the pre-show. But was that just one or all of them? Was it just the Rubber City Con?
Yeah, it was just that one because he had all those extra folks in, I think.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, other than that, I can't even think of any. So just to, like, probably half hour before Bell, somewhere around that time, they announced CPA versus TKD, a preview, basically, for UXWA.
So many letters.
There's a lot of letters in this one. Almost all of them.
You got a U, you got an X, got a C.
There's a K and a T and a D.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all kinds of letters.
I didn't see this match. I wasn't there yet.
Yeah, I actually used this match trying to do commentary in my head the whole time I watched it because I knew I had to call this match the next day.
Yeah.
It didn't help. It didn't help at all.
I showed up not that long before this match started, but I think it was long enough for me to go meet D'Lo, get my figure signed, talk to people, run out to my car, and come back. But I love seeing CPA in AIW. I think he's been a great addition as of late, and just absolute blast in and out of the ring. How do you guys feel about this match? I don't remember that much from it. Mainly, I
think I might have been the only one who watched it. Ed wasn't even there.
Yeah.
So it was good. I mean, it's hard for me to remember this match specifically because I saw it like the same match twice in 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So to kind of differentiate what happened in one from the other one, but it was good. CPA got the best of TKD at this one.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to check out that UXWA video when it comes out to see how it went the next day. But
Fucking nice. Good plug.
CPA won via stunner.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like Stone Cold Stunner?
well, I mean, not a Stone Cold Stunner.
Is that his finish?
CPA.
His stunner, according to Caden, his finisher, according to Caden, is stunner.
Is this like his first match he's won in AIW? I'm just trying to figure out if the stunner is his go, like that's his finish, or if he was just fucking around and is like, I'm just gonna win with the stunner.
This can't be his first win, can it?
I'm looking. I have it up.
I feel like he's been in a lot of scramble. I think the thing with him, he hasn't been in many announced matches.
He lost to Dan at Rager.
That's right. One-on-one match right there.
Um,
He's more known for what he did after the show, though.
Yeah, a little bit. He wasn't on Abso.
He was on the Winchester show the week before.
And lost to Parker Pierce.
Okay.
And he did not win at J-Lit Night 2. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm digging back through further.
This is his first win.
Was he on the Guido show?
Yes. I know he was.
And he lost. Manders won.
That's right.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think that might have been his first win at AIW was that dark match.
And he debuted in a scramble. He was a last-minute replacement for... last-minute replacement. It was... what fucking show was that? Shuffled up the card when Lucha Brother couldn't be there. Or wasn't there.
Yeah, and he lost that.
So yeah, first fucking win.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
And it was on the pre-show. Still on the card, though, but pre-show.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
Yep. Next up, we have the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. 40 Acres versus Aeroform versus Bitcoin Boys versus the Production. And any only less production. This started off pretty quick. And a lot of shit went on in this match.
Yeah, this was kind of all over the place right out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty chaotic.
There was so much shit that happened in this match. I can't even remember a lot, but I remember that because like what we get in a lot of these 4-way, especially tag team matches, where it's just like a lot of shit going on, especially with, you know, the history we have with 40 Acres and the Production, Bitcoin Boys doing everything that they've done in a lot of matches, and Aeroform, who's, you know, a legendary tag team, some might say, in AIW, other might not say that, but a lot of crazy shit on this one.
Teeth.
Always teeth. Love that, Danhausen.
Yeah, there's just, there's a lot of people at the ring for this because there's 8 people wrestling in it. You've got the Duke, you've got PB both outside.
Mm-hmm.
There's 10 people around the ring. There were a ton of cool shit happened in this match that I saw, and I would imagine there's a bunch of shit that happened that I didn't see because I was looking somewhere else at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of, sometimes I think when you get that many people out there, it can kind of be like a sensory overload. Like,
yeah,
you kind of can't keep track of everything. At least I can't.
And it was Bitcoin Boys, won via roll-up.
Hell yeah. I like Mikey. I don't know if you guys... I think Mikey's a really good wrestler.
I had no idea. Did you just become a fan of his, like, last week?
Yeah, it's new. Did you guys see what he did after the match?
Maybe.
On the way out, somebody tried to high five him, like one of the stage people, like seat people. And he went to high five him and looked him up and yelled, "Fuck you."
That's fantastic.
But like the earnestness in the "fuck you" was amazing. Like,
that's really good.
Made me laugh real big. I sat on the stage this time, by the way. That was weird.
I saw that. You were stage boy.
Yeah, nobody. I tweeted that if anybody sees me hit this pen on Fight TV, let me know. Like, I'll be like, I guess I was pretty discreet about it because nobody said anything.
How was the stage seating compared to like front row floor seating for you?
Dude, I mean, I like it better for like parts. Like, it's a way better sight line, and but like I wore above the knee shorts. You know what I mean? So like my legs were on Fight TV all night long, and I was pretty self conscious about that. I didn't like that part of it. I don't like being on hard camera, which is weird. I sat in the bleachers at Mount Carmel forever, but like, I don't know. I guess it's because I was probably pretty shithouse drunk then, so I didn't worry too much about it.
You know, I never even thought about it when we sat in those bleachers that we were on hard cam. Not
me
once.
either. But that night I was thinking about it the entire time.
It hit me. I don't know. I mean, I guess I thought about it at a certain point, but like I had been sitting up there for like a year before I watched a show back and was like, oh, hey, look I'm on the, oh yeah, there I am, the whole fucking show.
I never thought about it until my roommates made a drinking game out of it when I lived in Akron. You really got to drink every time you see me freak out over something.
Oh, God.
It happens a lot, man. I didn't know it until then. It's like, I really like wrestling.
If Ed stands up and puts his hands on his head.
I was wondering, like,
Take
probably
2 drinks.
What the top 3 shows would be to get drunk with that game.
I'd say that Back to the Future Cup with the Student Scramble. Just for that match alone, like, I lost my shit during that match. Any rap theme show, like, those are always...
I had a feeling that was going to be up there. I thought maybe a particular one, but those shows.
I need 4 of them, pretty much. Except, no, I don't think I got too drunk in my first AIW show. I think after that, I got pretty comfortable, though. There's an Absolution where I forget, like, the second half. It's that Real Hot and Sweaty one. You know what I mean? What year was that?
Turner's Hall Hot and Sweaty or Mount Carmel Hot and Sweaty?
Mount Carmel Hot and Sweaty. When Shayna Baszler's like, clean up this fucking vinyl mat. I'm not wrestling on it.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago? 3 years ago?
2. Because if I'm correct, it's the one after Big in the Past. Because I remember 2 sweaty Absolutions. Like, horribly sweaty. Absolution... Was it 13 or 14? And then I know Abso 10. Like, that was god-awful.
Abso 10 was pretty terrible. And I got a picture of, like, me with Athena. Because I knew she was getting signed. It was, like, pretty much known at that point. So it's like, I really like Athena a whole bunch. So I'm going to go get a picture with her. And we are the grossest humans. Like, the most disgusting people in it.
Yeah, that day sucked. I know I've talked about it. Like, one of the greatest star-studded main events ever in AIW. But the humidity in that place was absolutely insane. But anyway, more about Ed freaking out. My bigger question would be, how many shows have you gotten completely wasted at? Are we at 2? Or no, 1. I think the other one was after.
What, and like forever in AIW?
Yeah.
Oh, like shitty drunk.
Yeah.
I like 2 or 3.
Okay.
I've been at 3.
Yeah, I'm going to say 3 probably.
One of them was like a Menor Bar show.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was that one, and then there was a Winchester show, and then Rager.
Yeah.
That was the one where you walked up to me with 2 glasses full of booze. And we're like, these are Jaeger bombs, but they were full-size fucking glasses. And then I watched you drink both of them and get more.
Hell yeah, that's the one where like I was sleeping, and Alberti was like, yo, we should probably pick him up and take him to another bar. And that was...
Yeah.
I remember the Menor show the one the most, because that was the one you were pretty drunk, and then you kept yelling over for me. I'd come over, and then you'd just be like, what are you doing? Standing here? And I'd go to leave, and you're like, where are you going? Over here? And like we did the same thing like 2 or 3 times.
Hell yeah, I'd say I regret it, but that's the night that like I first hung out with like Pat and Jobber, so like Pod Van Dam wouldn't be a thing if that never happened. You know what I mean? Without that night, I'm not where I am right now.
Your birthday?
Yeah.
That show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I won't get it into right now, but we kind of talked about that last week a little bit.
That was the night I watched Thunder Kitty almost kill a townie outside that bar we went to for karaoke.
Dude, I'm so sad I don't remember that.
Yeah, you were busy laying in a parking lot at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Dominic Greene versus Alex Shelley, and crowd was pretty split down the middle. I was kind of surprised. Like, I've never been a huge Alex Shelley fan, Motor City Machine Guns fan, whatever, but I was kind of surprised
that the crowd was split.
That people loved Alex Shelley that much.
I love Alex Shelley that much.
Who are you?
I love Alex Shelley.
Who are you rooting for?
Alex Shelley.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. I think deep down Dom was rooting for Alex Shelley. Dude, it's Alex Shelley. Like, he's fucking amazing. One half of Paparazzi Productions.
It's not the first time I've heard that name tonight.
Dude, it's the best thing to happen probably in wrestling. He's half of it. And he's half of it.
God, we need another super fantastic of you talking all your wrestling takes. Best things to happen in wrestling. I want to know like a top 10. And I want them ordered.
Monster Mash Battle Royal.
I kind of
Go ahead, man. I'm in. I want to hear the list.
Anal Explosion Deathmatch.
Hold on. Where the fuck was that? What is
FMW.
that?
Okay, so like
I have obviously skipped that episode. Holy fuck! Anal Explosion Deathmatch.
Yeah. It's Fuyuki FMW, right? And it's like when Hayabusa was H. So it's when Ganasuke turned into Dark Hayabusa to like ruin Hayabusa's name. It's like, when he like made that porno and shit.
Yeah.
It's around that time, and like when they were young boys, they both did this thing where like they held like bottle rockets in their butt crack and like shot bottle rockets out of their ass, right? Okay. So this was like a callback to that, which is like a thing like FMW people knew about. So it's not as weird to them as it seems to us. But the loser had to like put firecrackers in their ass and light it on fire. And it's amazing. And then there's that belt in FMW at that time that Goemon lost and had to win, and it was attached to him, and the title belt slowly killed you and like poisoned you. And those are the top 10 things in wrestling history.
And that wasn't 10 things.
Yeah,
so.
That's what I got right now.
Right on.
I want a full top 10 and your top 5 favorite wrestlers and why.
Number 1, Brian Alvarez. Because he says dude on his podcast, and I like how he says it.
Is David Arquette on the list?
No, man, but he's just in the greatest match of all time. He's like not, you know what I mean? He's not that amazing, but like that match is amazing.
Okay, Alex Shelley versus Dominic Greene.
Yo, Alex Shelley didn't come out to 6-barrel shotgun. It made me real sad inside. Anybody else? Just me?
I think you're the only one.
Damn. You guys don't like Alex Shelley, huh?
No, it's not that I don't like Alex Shelley. I'm not passionate about his entrance music.
I like that we're so quick to forgive Alex Shelley, because last time we saw him at AIW, he was kind of sexually assaulting Candice LeRae and beating up Johnny Gargano.
Well, they're gone now.
Yeah, it's fine. Wasn't that the last time he was around? That feud, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that Candice stuff was real weird. I wasn't into it.
It was so bad that I actually forgot about it. I just remember Gargano beating him, and he was never allowed back in AIW or whatever the stipulation actually was, so we can get him back for not only one show, but technically 2 shows in a week.
That's awesome. God, I wish I Thursday.
He's going to have a banger Thursday with Janela.
Or he did have a banger Thursday versus Janela.
Oh, yeah.
And how about that Boogeyman Brian Alvarez match?
The reason why we're doing it this week, because so many times we'll do like a review like 2 weeks later, and it's kind of like, especially when there's like 2 shows, it's like, I'm kind of blurring some shows. Like, I kind of remember this, I kind of remember that. So now the other show hasn't happened yet, but to the listeners, it happened Thursday, a week ago.
Time's weird, you know. Send tweet.
It's a big ball of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. You can quote your weird shit. I'll quote Doctor Who.
Oh, that's from Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Right on. I've heard people say it.
It was Alex Shelley. Won via Border City stretch.
We kind of glazed over this match, but it was a fucking really good match.
Yeah.
Like, really fucking good. One of the best matches Dom's had this year.
I would agree. I think there is at least one match ahead of it, but I'll put it in the ballpark. Top 5.
Well, yeah, it's probably the best match of the year.
Yeah. What you'll say is the best match of the year, you're saying? Or what we'll might say?
The one I would put ahead of it from Dom this year is my match of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Side note, I can't wait till we do a year-end review. There's going to be, I think a lot of good stuff. Of, especially fucking 2019 AIW. Fucking insane.
Yeah, it's been the craziest year that I've seen in AIW.
Next up, we had Parker Pierce and Dr. Daniel C. Rockingham versus Big Twan Tucker and the real deal, D'Lo Brown. I fucking love this match. If it mainly just was Big Twan being put in that moment a little bit more with the storyline of Parker Pierce and Big Twan and adding in Dr. Dan. So much fun. The only thing I would have loved to have seen at the end of the match, D'Lo and Twan do a nation domination thing.
Well, D'Lo and Twan did both try to get up on the second rope, but it didn't work out.
Yeah. What do you guys think of this match?
Yo, Parker is getting really good. So that's good to know. I like that. Also, anybody else get real nervous when D'Lo went for that spin kick? Anybody else's butthole tighten up? Because I was like, oh, there's no way. There's no way. And then he hit it. And I was like, fuck, D'Lo's really good at wrestling, man. D'Lo Brown.
Yeah, D'Lo was way better than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah, because he looked, I'm not going to lie, when he walked out, he looked nearly immobile. And I was real worried. And then, I don't know, once that bell rang, he just went out there and did the thing. It was awesome.
I mean, the one thing about D'Lo is we know that he's not someone who's just randomly doing matches once a month or something. He seems to be a little bit more active than that. You don't even say once a month. I want to say like when we get people like Savio. I don't know how much he wrestles, but I feel like there's been people that have come in. It's I don't know when the last time you were in a ring, but D'Lo is semi-active at least.
The cool thing about D'Lo Brown is he was the vice president for Aces and Eights. And when nobody talked about that night.
Do you like Aces and Eights D'Lo over Nation Domination D'Lo?
No, man, because Nation D'Lo was European champion D'Lo, and that belt was the coolest when it was him and X-Pac just trading it back and forth. Oh, that show's awesome.
I was gonna say
really was good shit.
I was gonna say that I loved Nation versus DX. That was just one of my favorite moments of Raw ever.
I just remember when D'Lo beat Triple H for the European title, and I was like, what the fuck, man? D'Lo Brown, the fucking fifth guy from the Nation? And then it ended up being awesome.
What about that other guy in the match?
Triple H?
Yeah.
He's okay. He's C+. I don't know, man. He's all right. As a wrestler. He's pretty boring. He's like Bobby Roode, man. I would never say Bobby Roode's bad. He's just, I don't know, boring. I guess he knows what he's doing, but I don't know. Suplexes and sidewalk slams and not even cool suplexes. Everything's real basic. It's like a Triple H.
I had to poke.
Are there exciting Triple H matches? I just want someone to correct me. Yeah, there we go.
Look, man, I've never been on the other side of your Triple H argument as far as that shit goes. He's a wrestler.
Yeah, just I don't know. I'm trying to think of awesome Triple H matches, and the ones everybody are gonna say are Hell in Cell with Taker, and it's dude, I was there. That wasn't that cool. It's just people spamming finishers and Shawn Michaels conflicted, staring at his hands like Johnny Gargano and shit. I don't know.
Triple H.
He buried Punk. Fuck him. His guts.
Punk buried Punk.
Oh please. Phil.
Man, you know who's not fucking buried? Big fucking Twan.
Yeah.
Nice.
Holy
wow,
shit. Did he have a crowd behind him?
Fuck yes.
Everyone loves Twan.
Scares the shit out of me. It's very intense these days.
I wonder what the percentage of the fan base loves Big Twan. I feel like it's 100%, but there has to be someone out there some crazy person that's
there's
like,
always
fuck
a
him.
contrarian.
Oh, yeah.
There's always someone who's going to be like, oh, I don't like Twan. He's blah, blah, blah. Dude, Twan is doing exactly what Twan should be doing.
Yes.
He is doing things right. It's amazing. And like putting him against Dan, like I feel like this is a good thing for Twan to go through.
Yeah.
Because everybody hates Dan. You know, I think if you were to poll the crowd of like the percentage of people who like Twan, it's the exact same percentage of people who don't like Dan.
I like Dan.
So,
I like Dan too.
I think the crowd doesn't.
He's a college educated man.
I would say that might be closer to, and it was obviously great that we had them together, but the percentage of people that loved Twan was the same percentage of the people that didn't like MJF.
Fucking hated MJF.
Because it was definitely a nice polar opposite with those two. And then especially after NX Twan, like, it just separated them even more, and I loved it. Dan probably might be the next best thing after that, though.
Yeah, Dan and Duke, but I mean everybody hates Duke. That's
Okay, yeah, Duke.
I kind of like the Duke.
Okay, so all but one person hates the Duke.
I kind of like the Duke, but I'll still boo the Duke.
Well, yeah.
Because it's way more fun to boo the Duke.
It's helping Mikey and Erik win matches. I'm all for the Duke.
Even if they spray you with water?
Yeah, man. No, we talked about that. Mikey thought that I looked like it was pretty hot in there. He's helping out. Appreciate it.
It's refreshing, really.
Yeah, so friends are for.
But it was...
Now,
Go ahead.
Now, him springing that Duke shit on me, I mean, I wish he would have talked to me about it beforehand and let me know, but you know, it seems to be working out. So, you know, I kind of like the Duke.
That might have been one of my favorite moments in AIW where I just watched people's reactions. And like, you, fucking Jobber, Pat, just people being pissed. But it was fun to watch that. Because you gotta hate the Duke. Alright, it was Big Twan and D'Lo, one via spear. So my whole prediction from Wrestle Rager, like this is why it happened. And great to see fucking Big Twan get maybe one of his first really big moments after beating MJF. And if you think about like where Big Twan started, and he was supposed to be a member of No Consequences and was pulled almost immediately. He was almost kind of like Daniel Bryan with the Nexus. Kind of wondered where he was going to go from there, and slowly but surely he found his place, and that's one thing I really love about him.
Yeah, man, I don't know how you don't like Big Twan. Like, outside of the ring, he's incredible. Inside of the ring, he now flips that switch and is a totally different dude. I don't get how anybody could not like Twan.
He beat my ass at Dragon Ball Z Fighter.
I've never played that. Is it fun?
It's yeah, man. It's just a fighting game. What's Dragon Ball Z? It's all right.
I don't know much about Dragon Ball Z.
It's about a monkey boy who loses his tail and can't turn into a giant monkey now. You know, classic monkey boy story.
The crazy thing is, I don't know whether you're fucking with me or telling me the truth. I am like that unfamiliar with Dragon Ball Z.
Nothing I said was false.
I mean, I guess it's a little different than that, but
it's
sure.
All right. Next up, we had a Fatal 4-Way match: Erik Stevens versus Zack Thomas versus Wheeler Yuda versus Lee Moriarty. Love seeing these four together.
Man, I'm glad that Yuda is like a regular AIW roster member now.
Yeah, now that he's back from Germany.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wheeler Yuda. Shouts out to Jonah. What's up?
I like, and I hope we see more of him, however long he stays around, of Erik Stevens.
Dude, Erik Stevens is the fucking man.
Fuck yeah. Erik Stevens, I hope, is on every goddamn show until he decides that he doesn't want to wrestle anymore again.
Man, if you gave me, like, last year a short list of shit I'd love to see happen in wrestling again, I'm pretty sure in the top, like, 20 would be like, I want to see Erik Stevens beat the shit out of some people again, because that was great, like, 10 years ago. It just stopped, and now it's happening again. It's great. Got to, you know, hit some people hard. It's awesome. Always big fan of hitting people hard in wrestling.
I love for Erik Stevens to be like, I'm going to retire from wrestling, but I'm just going to wrestle at AIW. That's it.
No, man, I want Erik Stevens in All Japan real bad. It's not like this isn't even me like being an All Japan homer. Like it's trust me, if you know All Japan, it makes total sense. Like he'd do fucking awesome there, and he loves it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's a big All Japan guy.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Everybody, let's watch some All Japan after this.
I think we're all probably going to go to bed. At least two of us.
Tell everybody where they can see All Japan.
AJPW.TV, the All Japan streaming service. It's better than New Japan streaming service.
Do they have a Roku app?
I don't know if they have a Roku app, but I know that, like, let's say you're watching an All Japan show and you have to, like, go do something and you, like, turn off your browser. When you come back and log on and watch that show again, it's left off, like, right where you left it off. And New Japan doesn't do that.
I've said it a million times. My biggest pet peeve is just New Japan doesn't have a Roku app. Or just
They still don't?
Last I knew, no.
Huh.
New Japan has the most busted ass streaming service in the world. Impact has a better fucking streaming service. Their partner Ring of Honor has a better fucking streaming service. Get the fuck out of here. You're from Japan. Innovate, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
Make a good fucking interface for your fucking streaming service, and I'll buy it for more than just fucking Wrestle Kingdom.
I still have New Japan, but the only person who uses is Caden. Any gifts from it, so you're welcome, Internet.
Hey, Lee Moriarty's growing on me.
See, he's real good.
Yeah.
I've always
He's
liked
real
him.
good.
I still really wanted to wrestle in the mask, but I get that he does it now and I've accepted it. But, like, I still would really dig that. I don't know. It's a real cool mask. I don't know why you'd want to take it off.
I think Lee's one of my favorite wrestlers from Western PA. Of, like, probably, like, a past 5 years worth of talent. Like, he's just been a dude who's, I've said it before, just scratch and clawed. And gets better and better, and he's getting bigger and bigger. And, like, there's still way more to go with him, so there's so much fun to witness.
He made that PWI 500 this year.
Did he?
Yeah.
What number?
4 something.
Lee, tweet me if you if you hear this. Let me know what number, man. Pretty curious about that, but I don't want to buy that magazine. You know.
It was Erik Stevens won via End of Heartache.
He just tosses people down on their back. It's cool. I like it. Hope he's around more. You know what I mean? I know they said that on the AIW podcast, but I don't know what that means. Like, yeah, we're going to have him around more. Like, I hope he's at every show.
Yeah. I would say at least another full year. I mean, between now and Absolution. I think that'd be great. Seeing him in Gauntlet, seeing him in J-Lit. I mean, he was last year.
Lee Moriarty was 460.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Lee, you don't have to tweet me anymore, man. I just got told what it was. 460. All right.
Here's my favorite part of this, Ed, is you're just figuring this out now, and I dropped that shit 3 times on commentary.
Oh, man. Did you? I know you said he was in it. Yeah. I just didn't remember a number. Now
I don't know that I ever said. I don't know if I ever said the number. But.
The PWI 500. All right, cool. Yo, commentary's hard, man.
And next up, we had Britt Baker versus Mercedes Martinez. The final AIW match of Britt Baker and the AIW debut of Mercedes Martinez.
See you later, Britt. Bye.
Man, I don't understand how Mercedes Martinez isn't signed somewhere, but boy, I would like to see her around a lot more while she's available. Like every show that there's a women's match on.
Dude, I want to see her beat dudes up.
Yeah, I'll take that too. Mercedes Martinez is great.
Maybe she'll be someone that pops up more now that, I mean, Britt was one of the go-tos in the women's division, if you want to call that anymore. But I'd like to see more women's matches. I mean, obviously we're not getting GNO back, but I don't know. Maybe a show with 2 women's matches, maybe?
Or like Ed said, just bring Mercedes Martinez in and have her beat dudes up.
Yeah, could do that too.
Britt Baker, shiny gear in this match. Lots of, looks like AEW stepping up the gear budget. Did you guys not notice that there was like a crazy amount of like fucking crystals or some such shit on her gear?
No.
It was like fucking blinding in the front row. Just me? Okay.
No, I said I noticed.
Oh.
People really like Britt Baker, huh?
Yeah, I guess they do.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I like her.
I'm not gonna make this my hill to die on. Like it's all.
I got nothing against her. I'm just not like a huge fan.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Probably roughly where I'm at. Like I think, as far as what I've got to know from her, she's been really cool to me.
Oh, I don't know about her as a person at all. Like I was just speaking specifically like as a wrestler. People are like, "Wow, Britt Baker is wrestling. Can't wait to see that." Like I can't imagine.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna throw out wrestler names, but there's one in particular that every time they have a match, either before or after it, I hear wrestlers bitching. I think they're really over, and I like them, but I know there's people out there that think they're shit, and I'm really trying to disguise who I'm talking about. But I don't know, it's subjective. I don't know. Yeah,
man, I'm not saying anybody's wrong. I'm just saying I don't get the whole Britt Baker thing. I'm happy for her. Go make money, right on. Like I'm really happy for anybody getting signed by AEW. Like hell yeah, make money.
Look, I know this. Before they hit TV with her, they need to have a talk with their fucking commentary folks, which is a very difficult job, by the way, and make sure that dude knows that if he calls her Dr. Britt Baker DMD every time she does something in a match, he's gonna make a heel out of her no matter what. Because I watched one of those pay-per-views, and like by the third time he did it, I was like, oh, this fucking dude is gonna do that the whole time now, huh? Whew. It's okay to call her Brit. You don't gotta say the whole thing every time. It's a lot to say every time.
I don't know, maybe they're just trying to get over that she's a dentist. I don't know.
You think they haven't got over that she's a dentist?
I don't know. I haven't watched any AEW, so that's just me guessing from what you're telling me.
I don't know that they've got over that she's a wrestler, but they definitely got over that she's a dentist.
Shouts out to Cody Rhodes. Know you're listening.
I hope he's listening. But
I would put money on it, Summers.
Oh, I wouldn't either.
Dude, all you gotta do is write Cody Rhodes in a tweet from like that's a link to the podcast, and he'll like for sure find that shit. Apparently, he doesn't have anything else to do. That dude has commented probably every time that I've said his name in a tweet. I've never once tagged him, and he's always liked him. It's real weird. I don't know, man.
Vanity search.
Really? Like every time, just like vanity searching.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But only like bad comments. Like maybe only bad comments. Because I know that's all I have to say about him.
Yeah, I was about to say, all you have is bad comments.
Yeah. But I know he likes them.
Who do you think is the best / worst vanity searcher of wrestlers?
Ethan Page.
I think I did a test tweet one day. I mentioned him and Joey Janela of who was going to be the first one to like this through vanity search. It
was Ethan Page.
It was Ethan Page, but Joey said he was eating Chipotle. So.
Oh.
What was he eating?
Chipotle.
There you go.
Every time I say it wrong, I think of you. Trust me, it happens.
I'm glad that I haunt you now with that shit.
Next time you ask, I'm just gonna say Chipotle because I know how you
call
feel
it.
That.
But deep down, you're still gonna know. No matter what joke you make after, you're still gonna know. Like, oh, I said it.
Yeah, it's not the first word that I say wrong. I know there's another word I always say wrong, but anyway.
Is it intermission? Because that's where we were at after Mercedes Martinez beat Dr. Britt Baker DMD and sent her on her way out of AIW
via Fisherman Buster. The tweets for this show, I don't know what the fuck was going on with my phone, and I just double checked. I had like 3 tweets get drafted because they didn't send out. I'm hoping that changes because I just bought the iPhone 11 Max Pro and hoping not to have as much bullshit.
Sweet flex.
I really love the phone. I've never liked a phone as much as this one because it's so much smoother compared to the 11. I mean, I'm a 7 Plus.
Oh, you went from a 7 Plus to an 11 Pro?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's like dark ages to new shit. Yeah, that's crazy.
It feels... that's a different story. So yeah, we went into intermission, and we'll be right back after this
Are you looking for the newest and hottest in the world of pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 6,000 hours of the best events from over 150 of your favorite promotions from 20 different countries around the globe. Brands like Progress Wrestling, Evolve Wrestling, Combat Zone, Defy, PCW Ultra, PWX, Over the Top, Shine, and hundreds of others with fresh content added every day for only $5.99 per month. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
And coming out of intermission, we had Wes Barkley versus Nick fucking Gage. Anything goes. MDK. Fans bring the weapons. This is where we came back to. I'm going to say it. Wes Barkley can really take an ass whooping.
Wes Barkley's the fucking man, dude. I don't get why people hate Wes Barkley. I don't understand it. Doesn't make sense. He's so good. Like,
I'm not saying I hate him, but I'm saying Nick Gage kicked his ass. And he took it.
I thought he was winning it. I really did. That's not even a joke. I thought for sure, like, Thorne was going to, like, watch the fucking world burn and let Wes Barkley get a win over Nick Gage.
Actually,
I kind of wish that would have happened now that you say that.
Dude, I was convinced it was going to happen. Like, I was so shocked when Nick Gage won this. I was like, how do you resist that temptation? I couldn't as a booker. I really couldn't. I'd have to tell Nick Gage, like, Nick, we got to put this fucking son of a bitch over. I want to watch everybody freak out. Like,
and with having Josh there, it wouldn't have been as bad, like Nick Gage lost to two dudes.
Yeah.
But Wes gets the win. My favorite part of this match was when the crowd chanted "steal his watch" at Nick Gage.
Yes.
And then he couldn't.
If I'm correct, Ed, you were all night you were tweeting out kind of like your thoughts on some of these matches.
Yeah.
I retweeted the one for this match, and it shows up on the feed because that's what I read off of. This was the tweet. I'm stoked Josh Bishop likes me. It's cool knowing that he doesn't want to rip my fucking head off my shoulders because he easily could. Dude is a madman. Fucking unhinged.
Yeah, man, he's a psychopath now. I love it. He's a complete, total fucking psychopath. I don't know what happened, but it's awesome.
It's the best.
I have a feeling when we do the year in review episode, the words Josh Bishop is going to be said a lot.
The intense icon, baby.
Hell yeah. It's a good year to be Josh Bishop.
Yes, sir. Yeah, unfortunately, Wes Barkley did lose. Nick Gage won via power driver into tax.
Hey, no shame in losing to Deathmatch God in a Fans Bring the Weapons match. You know what I mean?
No, not even a little bit.
David Arquette couldn't do it. I don't know, man. Who can?
Fun match. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think this was a great way to ease into the second half, and the second half was an absolute pleasure. Next up, we have To Infinity and Beyond versus PME for the AIW Tag Team Championships. Fuck. I love the story they told here. I felt like it was this, like, PME is legit. They're not losing no matter all the bullshit that To Infinity and Beyond used to pull. Like, it's not working this time. PME has overcome all that shit. How'd you guys feel about this?
So I fucking loved it. These two teams, as much as I usually get sick of seeing To Infinity and Beyond when they end up working with one team a lot, this doesn't get old to me. These guys find ways to keep it fresh, and it completely sold me multiple times in this match that the trigger might have been pulled to just put the belts right back on To Infinity and Beyond. Like there were times where it felt totally possible. And that's amazing that they were able to pull that off.
Yeah, I wanted To Infinity Beyond to win. I'd like another thing. I just to see what would happen.
Of course you did.
I was about to say I'm noticing a pattern because I also retweeted this tweet from @PodVanDam. I want to see To Infinity and Beyond win. Strap them up. Let's watch the world burn.
Fuck yeah, man. Like, I wanted to see all these people freak out and get legitimately angry. Like, because I know that would have, like, people would have gotten, like, for real pissed off. And I wanted to see it.
Oh yeah, people would lose their shit. But that's how much people love PME. If people love Big Twan, they somehow love PME more.
It's like, wow, man, it would have been great. Like, because people love them as much as they hate Colin and Cheech. And, like, that would have just been perfect. I don't know if you ever get that, like, perfect storm of, like, everything ever again. And I couldn't, like, man, I wouldn't be able to resist it. Once again, I'd be like, man, I just want to piss. But I guess you don't want to piss everybody off, right? You want them to come to your show. It would not be a good booker.
Imagine a match that teams up PME and Big Twan Tucker. I don't know who you put him against, but
like Survivor Series style,
dude.
We could do Survivor Series style.
If we would be PME and Big Twan Tucker against Enzo Cass and James Ellsworth.
Wow. Can we get a special guest referee, Pat Buck?
Pat Buck. Birdcage Pat Buck. That way Big Cass can't swing back at him. He's got birdcage on his head.
Bigger Buck.
Protecting him. Has anybody checked on, like, maybe that's why Pat Buck knocked him out one shot. Like, maybe Big Cass swung on him, but he's wearing the birdcage.
We'll have to ask around about that one. Actually, why don't you ask Thorne? I hoped you asked Thorne that question on Pot Van Dam.
You think he'd know?
He might. I think he might know. He's friends with old Pat Buck.
I'm gonna see if we can tweet Pat Buck and ask him if he's wearing that birdcage.
Absolutely fun match between PME and To Infinity and Beyond, and it was PME retain via Super Sunset Dreams.
That looked painful for old Marino. He was up high in the air and he fell onto his back. Do not envy him. That looked rough.
I'm now noticing on some of Caden's result pictures, like Ed, you're in the background. This one you look really sad.
Yeah, I think because I really did want Cheech and Colin to win it.
God, there's people listening to this that would just be like, shut your fucking mouth. I did not want to see that happen.
I mean, that's the difference between me and most people is like, I'm an artist. I can see the bigger picture. I'm a learned man.
Next up, we had Matt Justice versus Mance Warner for the AIW Intense Championship. Adding another crazy fucking match to the second half of the show, and I kind of thought this might have been Mance's big AIW moment, or at least the first of a big AIW moments for him, and I thought he had the potential of winning the Intense title. I wouldn't say unfortunately. I love them both, but he didn't. But still, he kept at it. Love Mance, love Justice. What did you guys think about this match? Sorry, Stacy.
Oh man, this match was fucking crazy. This is my favorite match of the night. This is the shit that I like. Fucking just all hard hitting and fucking brutal. Both of them were fucking bleeding. It was great. Amazing. Big dumb spots through tables and shit. Love it. Love everything about it.
How about you, Ed?
Who yelled CTE? Because, like, fucking stop it. They know what they're doing. They're grown adult men. Like,
yeah.
The fuck? Like, that's what... That being said, he fucking brained him with that chair shot, man.
Yeah, right in front of me. Best seat in the house for that shit.
That's awesome. I don't know, man. Like, I get how people are like, I don't like unprotected chair shots to the head, but, like, I fucking kind of love unprotected chair shots to the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, here's my thing. Like, Matt is an adult man who is allowed to make adult man-ass decisions. And he has made the adult decision that that's the way he wants to wrestle. And you can make the adult decision that you don't like that, but he nor anyone else cares. So, if you're a fucking crowd comedian who yells CTE, just know there was nobody who laughed. Even people who might agree with you. I didn't hear one fucking chuckle. So, I guess try again.
Or don't. Like, you tried. You're bad at it. It's fine. Like, probably good at other things. That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, like, who gives a fuck? Everybody involved here is of age. They're an adult. They're allowed to make decisions. Nobody's taking liberties with anybody else. Everybody knows what they're getting into, and they fucking signed up. So I think it's a dumb argument to have.
I don't even recall.
I loved this match.
Me too. Fucking great.
It was
definitely a contender for match of the night. I don't know if I would say it is, but it's at least in the ring. I just haven't put thought on what would be match of the night. I like I said, I love Mance and I love Matt, and I think there's so much more of what Mance is going to do in AIW, and Matt's also like done a lot. And let's not forget J-Lit trophy holder. That's still somewhere in the future.
Sure is. And there's that. I know you've talked before about how bad guys cash in and sneak a cash in, and good guys claim their fucking things, sort of like PME did this year, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Matt's a good guy or a bad guy, and I think he's going to get to use that thing the way he wants to.
All I'm going to say is the person that told me that is in a position at AIW that maybe that's how it wants to be portrayed. It's not just my assumption on it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was mentioned last week, I felt like if you took those rules into consideration for Joey Janela, if he was someone who was going to get a chance to cash in, he's a fucking bad boy, so he could break that rule easily, and it would make total sense. And Matt, yeah, I think I'd love to see Matt be the person that just randomly comes out at the end of a show and is like, "No, I'm cashing in now." And I always think too, like, those create some of the better moments. I think there's only been one WWE Money in the Bank cash in that was announced that was awesome, but that was Rob Van Dam and Cena. I felt like all the other ones that are spontaneous are way better.
I just wanted to see Matt come out like out of nowhere, ready to cash in and just slit somebody's fucking throat in a title match.
It worked once. Why wouldn't it work again?
Then a battle royal where everybody has to walk through the blood of the dead man. And it's fine. House lights are on. It's fine.
And then before anyone wins, you're told to get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out right now. Get the fuck out. Shouts out to Black Craft Wrestling. I know you're listening.
Show of the year.
So, a lot of crazy shit happened with Matt Justice and Mance Warner, but it was Matt Justice retained via MK Ultra onto a stack of broken tables.
That was wild. It was. I think I screamed a little when he did it. He was running. It was terrifying. I didn't like.
Absolute nuts. All right, that leads us to our main event of the evening: KTB versus Filthy Tom Lawler for the AIW Absolute Championship. Crazy. This is the second title opportunity for KTB in less than a year.
What? When did it?
Intense title.
When?
I
have no memory of this.
Party Pal versus Matt.
Oh.
I believe that was the show, but I know it was him versus Matt. And
okay.
I'm seeing in my head the Party Pal background.
I don't think I was at that one.
Was there a convention that day?
No, I just don't think I made it. It was probably work if I didn't make it.
It was the one at the volleyball cavern.
Oh no, with Masato Tanaka?
Yes.
No, I was there. I just don't remember this match.
Drunk?
No, I don't even think I drank that show.
Yeah, Matt Justice defeats KTB.
Here's it. Wait, did it happen after the Weird World lost the tag titles?
Correct.
Yeah, that show's a blur to me after that because I was so fucking legitimately bummed out.
Oh, that's a sad story. I just don't want to get into right now. But anyway, KTB versus Filthy Tom Lawler. What do you guys?
Hey, everybody clapped right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, everybody. Great job. I told you all we could do it. I knew, man. I had faith in us.
Man, KTB, little black metal look for KTB this time.
Yes.
It's far removed from, I remember the first time I saw KTB was at the first Joey Janela's spring break in Orlando.
Yeah.
And he was just a dude, like a dude with Kyle written on his gear. And I was like, oh, Kyle, I'm in. He's fucked hard with Satan since then.
I drunkenly roasted KTB that show so hard when I was just like, his name's fucking Kyle. Like,
yeah,
that's your beast name is Kyle. Stop. Like,
but man, Satan has done wonders for him.
What did I tweet that he looked like? Oh yeah, I said that his new face paint looks like he started his King Diamond cosplay, and his dad told him to get the fuck out of the bathroom.
Yes. I didn't retweet that, but I remember seeing that during the show, and I'm like, all right, that was a good one.
Didn't realize that the woods that he was from were in Norway.
Are they from Norway?
I think most black metal's from Norway.
The only reason
King Diamond and Merciful Fate aren't from Norway.
The only reason to know King Diamond and Merciful Fate is because of Clerks 2.
I knew you were going to say that.
Look, man, I'll take it. That's fine. The fact that you know who King Diamond is good enough, Ed.
The only King Diamond songs I have on my phone are from the Clerks soundtrack that I did.
It's probably better for both of you that way. Just,
Who's a big King Diamond fan? Is it Kevin?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because of Brian.
Okay.
And
all
Walt.
Right. Oh, yeah. Walt's like a big metalhead, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like both of those dudes, like Brian and Walt's taste in metal stopped somewhere in like the early 90s. like as soon as youth left them, they were like, well, guess there's no new music.
That's great. They're old men.
Yeah.
And I was just going to add that I legitimately bought the Clerks soundtrack, the whole thing, and I love it.
The first Clerks soundtrack?
No,
with like Alice in Chains on? Okay.
No, Clerks 2. Because I was saying King Diamond, because I have the Clerks. The only reason they're on my phone is because of the Clerks 2 soundtrack.
Well, that whole record's very good that song's from. But like I said, it's probably best if you guys there's a lot of unpacking to do with King Diamond, and a lot of it's from the 80s, Ed, so you won't like it at all.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So.
No one's beaten Tom Lawler, by the way, just so everybody's aware.
I mean, it sure seems that way.
If I'm ever on any prediction episodes, and I'm just going to let us know now, Tom Lawler's in a title defense, I'm picking Tom Lawler. We could just mark that across the board. No one's beating Tom Lawler.
Even Josh Bishop?
No one's beating Tom Lawler.
Even Matt Justice?
It looks like Josh is going to try.
Yeah, it does look like Josh is going to try, because Josh is a psychopath, and I like it. I like that he's going to try, but no one's beating Tom Lawler.
It was Filthy Tom Lawler retained via submission, and then post-match, this is when Josh Bishop came out, and he tried attacking Filthy Tom, but Tom was able to kind of defend himself, but Tom had the tables turned a little bit when Wes Barkley came out to give a help to Bishop, and that's when Bishop said at Hell on Earth 15, him versus Lawler for the AIW Absolute Championship.
Listen, man, Josh Bishop's a psychopath, but like Tom Lawler's crazy too. You know what I mean? He pulls that mouthpiece out of his tank and then he puts it into his mouth. He's a crazy person. I wouldn't want to fight somebody like that. A trained MMA fighter that'll put a mouthpiece from his crotch into his mouth. I don't know. Kind of mental.
We're a good 2 months away from the preview episode for Hell on Earth, but I know what I want to see from this match. I don't know whether I want to say it. At least, not right now.
Teeth.
I think I know what you want to see. I think it's the same thing I might want to see.
Well,
I feel like if you say that thing though, it won't happen.
We'll talk about this briefly when we're done recording because we're not too far away from that.
Is it ghoulish?
Well, no.
I mean, it could be.
Could be ghoulish.
Well,
yeah. I mean, ghoulish shit's worked in the past, right?
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it just in case someone changes their mind.
Okay.
So
we'll see some ghoul shit.
Like deathmatch ghoul or Danhausen ghoul.
Oh no, both. Teeth. Yeah.
So that wrapped up Bobblehead Night. What were your thoughts on the night as a whole? Start with Ed.
Pretty decent show. I don't think anything was really I don't know. Never mind. That Manser match was pretty amazing, but I don't think anything was bad either. You know what I mean? Like pretty for an Odeon show. Like I don't know. It's hard to compare because it seems like for a while we were at the Odeon for like bigger shows, and now we're doing like every show at the Odeon. So it's kind of hard to like when you're in there lose that like big match feel, and like some shows are just shows like this one. But like I liked it. It was a good show.
What were your thoughts on the show, Stacy?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the show was really good. I think the thing that makes it not feel like a big show is the big shows have now grown to this other thing. I think if this show was at Mount Carmel, it would have felt like a big deal. But just the Odeon kind of makes everything feel like a big deal, and somehow at the same time sometimes makes it feel like not such a big deal because now everything is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I thought the show was really good. I thought the tag championship match was great. I thought, obviously, Matt and fucking Mance was great. I thought Alex, Shelley, and Dom had a great match. This was a fucking really good show.
I thoroughly enjoyed the show, and I think especially the second half. And I think this isn't the first AIW show lately that, like, the second half has just been stacked. And no matter, like, how good or even how bad the first half was, the second half makes up for it leaps and bounds. And I felt like this second half was great, beginning to end. Nothing against the first half. There was a lot of fun in the first half, too. But the second half, especially with Manser versus Justice. All right, that will do it for the review episode for Bobblehead Night. Any final thoughts or last minute plugs before we go? Start with Ed.
Yeah, Podbean Damn. It's if you don't know, it's a podcast I do where we cover wrestling Twitter and a ongoing mystery with the listener's father.
For the second week in a row, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Tyler's dad, man.
Tyler's dad. Wow. Can't believe he's got a tweeter. But that comes out every Sunday, so check that out. And me and Stacy do a show together called Super Chantastic. It goes over the history of Chris Chan.
Yeah, and that is on my show channel, Super Fantastic. At the beginning of each month, we talk about Chris Chan. There'll be a new episode of that probably in the first or second week of October. We haven't really talked about when we're going to record it yet, but it'll be there at the beginning of each month. And then usually Super Fantastic has normal, like, kind of long form interviews. A new one of those just came out last week with Felicia Rose. That is out now. You can listen to it. And in October, I am doing something different with the show. Instead of doing, like, the one Chris Chan episode and then the one long form interview, I'm going to do a few separate interviews with people that are shorter, like 15 minutes to a half hour, just talking about favorite horror movies. And there'll be somewhere between 4 and 8 of those throughout October.
Am I on that? I've seen a horror movie.
You can be. You can have one of the slots, Ed.
Cool. You're going to talk about Goosebumps, the Haunted Mask. No, in reality,
So I look forward to that. And
I like Sleepaway Camp a lot.
Right. Yeah, no, you can, for sure. When we record the Chris Chan stuff, we can just do that too.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's Super Fantastic on wherever you get your podcasts.
I was going to throw it out there. This episode is coming out in October.
Oh, yeah. So that shit's happening right now. And you've probably already, that Chris Chan episode's there and you can listen to it because it's there already right now. And there's probably 1 or 2 people already talking about horror movie shit. So go enjoy.
Oh,
That's
this is
Super
in October?
Fantastic.
This episode will be coming out October 3rd.
Oh, cool. Wait, I have one more thing to mention. This month, the Pod Van Dam Halloween Spooktacular will be coming out. And it's like a thing we do every year with Justin where it's like old Pod Van Dam.
Not me.
With not Justin Summers. But yeah, we're going to have our usual. We have Carlito on there from Wrestling Hell, and he reads creepypasta. Jesse Ventura will probably stop around.
Smith Hart.
So yeah, Smith Hart for sure, because that's Carlito's right-hand man. And it sounds like me doing impressions of all these people, but that would be stupid. I wouldn't waste my time.
I don't know why anybody would believe
pretending to be Bret Hart's eldest brother, Smith. That would be stupid.
Any other plugs?
Oh, and both of us do commentary now for UXWA, and there's going to be a way to get that streaming. So keep an eye on the UXWA Twitter and listen to us sort of fail at commentary the first time we do it.
But fail upward. We got better. I'm finding positives. I'm a positive person.
Ed, what's all the social media for Pod Van Dam, and what's the phone number that the listeners could call?
At Pod Van Dam on Twitter, at Pod Van Dam on Instagram, Facebook.com/Pod Van Dam. And the phone number you can call in and ask us questions. We'll answer them on the air. It's 209 Pod V Dam, which is 209-76. I'm doing this live. 38326.
All right. I'm taking your word for it.
All right. Well, it's Pod V Dam, guys. Come on, everybody has a phone. You know what you're doing here.
I tweeted that phone number at some point this week, so if that was wrong, look at Stacy Silver's timeline from that's October. Never mind. You'll never fucking find it.
But odds are, Wrestling Cheers has at least retweeted one Pod Van Dam number tweet. You probably have. I mean, the number comes out a lot on Twitter, especially like midweek. So it's out there. It's out there.
Like, phone pads don't have letters on them anymore.
Your phone does.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Pull up your phone thing right now and try to dial a number. It's got letters.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker, it does.
And, of course, you can find myself at Heavyset330 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, much like you can find the show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Facebook.com/WrestlingCheers, Twitter.com/WrestlingCheers, and Instagram.com/WrestlingCheers. Email, if you so choose to desire, WrestlingCheers@gmail.com. Please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to this fine podcast, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, or Podbean, WrestlingCheers.podbean.com. Check out our friends on the Trending Topics Network, such as All Beer Inside, Eurovision Showcase, Old School at the Movies, and Wrestling with Altitude. Check out our other podcast friends, such as Let the Hate Flow Through You, Pod Van Dam, Super Fantastic, Road Home from Wrestling, Haunted Home Video, The IndieCast, Center of the Universe, Sobros Network, UXWA Today, Big Gold Belt Podcast, The Co-Host Wrestling Show, Spotlight Series, I Got Your 5 Stars, and Not Ready for Primetime Wrestling. And check out our other non-podcast friends, such as Thrift Store Jobber, The Savage Stash, Power Slam TV, use Wrestling Cheers all one word to get your first month free, Ringside Shots Photography, Sickening Pictures, Good Company, Stay Tough, Smokin' Jay's Barbecue, Russell Void, Midwest Territory, Southern Underground Pro, and the official graphic designer of Wrestling Cheers, Moy Boy Designs. That will do it for us here on Wrestling Cheers, where everybody knows your name, even if you want to watch the world burn. Later.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Would you like to get away? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and they're only glad you came. Why you can say rules are all the same? You're where everybody knows your